Guy that we all know and love and adore, and this morning he's joining us in the studios. Welcome back. This is TV3 Newday. Let's go to church, somebody. And yes, especially because we'll be praying for AJ. My producer is a demon. Oh, Pastor, we have to pray for him. Sanu wafa. Sanu wafa No, but that's just by the way. Good morning, Pastor. How are you?
Good morning. I'm looking good, and you're looking fresh.
Thank you so much.
Green.
It's the anointing.
Wow.
From the Almighty. Because I knew a pastor was coming,
It is well.
I had to look the part. So that maybe if you have some shenkom for me, then I'm well dressed for it. So
you're well dressed for it.
Any shenkom this morning?
Don't worry, eyeballs are watching.
Have you seen something in the spirit?
Eyeballs are watching.
They're watching, eh? How have you been? Everything okay?
I'm blessed by
Last
grace.
I saw you was at the VGMAs and you were going to
Yes.
present an award.
Yeah, the first award, I think.
Yes, it was on the 9th. But how do you feel about that, especially knowing that a gospel artist also eventually became Artist of the Year?
I was so elated because it's a long time coming. If we claim that Ghana is 70% Christian and the awards is based on votes, then we should have been winning all this while.
All this while?
Yeah.
Is it? But, I mean, a lot of people are saying that they didn't think that she should have won Artist of the Year.
Anybody who qualifies for that Artist of the Year nomination is entitled to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it went to the, of course, gospel singer.
Adom.
Was there anything different that she did aside votes? What do you think? I mean, I'm sure that you were one of the people who was hoping.
She's been working over the years. She's been consistent. I mean, last year we even thought she was going to take it. So,
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't surprised. And especially when I realized that the whole church was behind her, I knew that it was a done deal.
So how do you feel when comments come in from people who think that it shouldn't have gone to her just because we say she's a gospel artist? That's not enough.
Every year comments come in. Every year comments come in. And certainly it's not easy to lose out on such an award.
Yeah.
But I think that they all know that hands down, Dinah Hamilton is such a gifted musician. Aside her faith, she commands the stage. She knows what she's about. She's consistent. Somebody who lives outside the country, and is always here doing her concerts, and it's just always sold out. And no, Dinah Hamilton is a force to reckon with.
There are a lot of Christians who say we don't do this for the awards. So really, that's not what it is about.
Absolutely.
So let's not make too much noise about it. It's
Absolutely.
more about, getting people to get closer to God. And so really,
that's it. It's like, her church has a tagline, possessing the nations.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it. At the heights of the marketplace or the industry, you are projecting Christ unashamedly.
Yeah.
And to realize that someone we are celebrating as the most, should I say, prolific musician over the year is also a believer and exalts Christ.
Yeah.
That is an opportunity to put Christ out there. So we don't clamor for awards, but when it's your time, it's your time. That's it.
It doesn't make the others bad, does it? The others who do other genres of music?
No, you see, when you say bad, then you are taking the judgment seat of Christ, essentially.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking you that. Because Christians have been said to be very judgmental as well.
Religious people.
Okay.
You get it. You can be religious and not Christian. A Christian is actually looking at a soul. So he's actually looking at an opportunity to reach out to that person and tell the person that you need Jesus. And that was essentially the message I shared before I pushed the award. I said the gospel is more than a genre.
Yeah.
The gospel is a person. His name is Jesus. So if you enjoy his music, then get to know him. And so anybody who enjoys gospel, and they all enjoy gospel music because it won the most popular song of the year. You go to the marketplace, they are all singing it. But I'm saying that beyond the gospel music, it's not inspirational music, it's gospel. It's about the person, it's about Jesus. So I see all these things as opportunities to introduce my Jesus to a soul.
Is it wrong then to collaborate? And I'm not being judgmental, but I'm just asking that. Would it be wrong if a gospel artist collaborated with a secular artist, end quote?
For what?
For a song.
What
We've seen that
song?
happen in the past.
Because I've seen
collaborated with a gospel artist.
Diana do something with Kofi Kinata, but it's for
to promote
a brand.
A brand. Yes,
you get it. So what we do, it said, as many who are led by the Spirit, they are the sons of God. We don't do things because it's cool to do it. We do it because we are led to do it.
Okay.
So for me, it's not the action, but what is the motive behind it? Who asked you to do it? If you say you are a messenger of God, it means that you do what he asks you to do. So it's not about you can do this or you can't do this, but it's what is God asking you to do? Are you doing it because of the reach? Or are you doing it because God strategically asks you to do so, just like he told the prophet to marry a prostitute because he wanted to carry a message to his people? But he didn't come up with a general rule that now you can marry prostitutes.
Yeah.
No. So it's not about a rule, but it's about what the Spirit is saying. And we have to be sensitive at all times if we are truly sons and daughters of God.
And so that means that not every gospel artist necessarily may be doing what God has asked them to do.
No.
Because we get certain songs and we question the lyrics and wonder, okay, why are we always talking about... And that was the criticism that came, a while back. Because everybody was asking, why is that we're only singing about poverty and pain and all of that? It's like that was the focus of Christian songs at a point.
Yeah, because it sells. For some, it sells. But, let me give you a very strategic story. At a point in the life of Israel, there was one prophet, and those times he was like the nation's prophet. It was called Samuel. God sent him to the house of Jesse to anoint one of his sons as the next king of Israel.
Yeah.
When he saw Eliab, the firstborn, he was like, surely this is the person. This was the nation's prophet. He was in tune with God. But God said, no, I haven't chosen him. But it's the damning statement that followed that I want to stress on. He says, man looks at the outward, but God looks at the heart. And I'm like, you are talking to the nation's prophet.
Yeah.
So we can miss it. We can miss it. But God's Spirit, God's general Spirit is always able to prompt us so that we can come back on track and follow his dictate. And that's why we are even blessed in this generation to have the Bible, which is the sure word of prophecy. It's written for us to guide us. So there's so much in the Bible, if you are a student of the Bible, to know when you are veering off and when you are in the will of God.
Yeah, it's important. But for you, I mean, you've been doing music for the longest time. Do you sometimes feel underappreciated?
Not at all. Not at all. Especially now that, people who had the opportunity to serve with me over the period are at the top.
Yeah.
It just gives me joy.
Like Joe Metal?
MOG. Joe Metal was with Danny Neti, the late Danny Neti, and MOG and Eugene Zuta and Namesi, and the list is endless. They were with me. And it gives me so much joy to see what God is doing through them. That these are lives that could have gone anywhere else, but they are now bearing the banner of Christ and touching the world. I look at their views and I'm like, Danny should have seen this.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
May his soul rest in perfect peace.
I tell you.
I know, we miss him too. But you're here, all about a new song as
a new
well. I know, right? It's been a long time coming. We've been waiting.
Yeah, I know.
Finally, tell us about this one.
Finally. So during the pandemic, the heat of it, I was reading the book of Revelations, and God started dropping songs. So I did a collection of them, sent them to Koda, and he had this one, which had a liner in it, Mokobeni Tamobo. He said, Nii, let's work on this one.
I see.
And this is the same Koda who, when I was working on that first album, said that, Nii, let's add that to your song, Mokobe, to it. So I don't joke when he counsels. So he said, I'll work a groove for this thing. And then when I waited patiently, he dropped the groove, and I knew that this is it.
So he's the producer on the song?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Interesting collaboration, I must say. I mean, the fact that...
Koda has produced for all of us. He just decided reluctantly to come out a few years ago. But Koda has been in this for years. For the likes of Amy Newman, Joe Beecham, myself, Danny Neti, Pastor Helen, like all of us. All of us.
Yeah. So like Tego Sisters, Daughters of Glorious Jesus, all those?
No, those are Shadrach. Shadrach is another great guy.
Okay.
You get it. But Koda has been consistent, and it's a joy, and it's humbling to know that he himself is an artist, but he will kill himself
just
to get you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we're getting an exclusive of this music video. It's supposed to drop later this afternoon.
First ever everywhere.
Yay! Go us. And that's why we're your #1 TV morning show. Well, all across the country. You get all the exclusives as well. So Nii Okai is here. We'll just do a little performance as we get into that. So just give us a prelude to it. Something very short.
You are King of Kings. Lord of Lords and great I am. Young mortal be, Lamb that was slain, Jesus Christ.
Let's take a look at this new one first. Lovely one, I must say. I like this video and I like the song. This is different.
Yes, it's
That's why you said a new Mokobe.
I'm telling you.
Because it's very modern.
I tell you.
Tell me the inspiration behind this particular one.
So like I said, I mean, it came out of the book of Revelation. This is it. There was a question in heaven: who is worthy to take up the scroll and break its seals? And nobody came up. And John was sad. And an angel tapped him and said, "No, don't be sad. The lamb that was slain from the foundations of the earth is worthy." And when he came up, the Bible says there was rejoicing in heaven. So this is actually supposed to foreshadow the rejoicing that will happen when Christ finally appears. And I believe strongly that we are at that point. We are in injury time. Christ is coming soon. And so this song, this praise song, should just get Christians rehearsing for the actual praise that's supposed to come.
I love this. I love this. Well done. And this is going to be available online later today. What time?
Online at 2 p.m. sharp. You know, YouTube is on.
Absolutely. On your page. So
on
Nii
my page,
Okai.
Nii Okai.
Okay. Well, so look out for it and please make sure that you go watch the video and enjoy it. And like he said, this is a rehearsal towards the coming of Christ.
Yeah.
And so get ready for that. But any other works coming up after this?
Yes, so essentially we'll be working on an EP after this. Okay. My birthday, which I share with Danette in Sendam Tel Aviv, is 19 September.
Okay.
So there should be a concert and an EP by then. And then beyond that, we'll be working on the rest of the songs. I think it should be called Revealing Jesus.
Revealing Jesus. So we have another exclusive as well. So we get the title of the EP, and that's Revealing Jesus, plus many more, and an exclusive that is not out yet. You can only get it right here on TV3 Newday. Thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you so much, and your production team as well.
Yeah, Nii Okai, Pastor Nii Okai. And maybe another time we'll bring you in so you can do the proper shenkom.
Another time you visit me in church now.
Okay, yes, we will. I see.
At the I Church in Tema.
Okay. So we'll be there. We'll come with all our viewers to come and worship with you. But thank you so much.
It's
and yes,
this
is still TV3 Newday.